This is the question concerning the justice system and law, or the legal system, if you will. What exactly does it mean to be held in contempt of court? Most of us have heard this expression before, either watching a television show that was based on law, supposedly, or even being up close and personal in a courtroom. According to the dictionary online, the Wikipedia dictionary, it states that when you're disobedient to authority or to the justice system or the officers of a court, you can be held in contempt of that court when you are unruly. But my question is this, on top of the first question. What is a court of law, and what does it actually represent? Do you understand this? Do you know the judge is an officer of the court, and do you know what his actual job is? Do you know what the prosecutor's job actually is, other than what we've been taught on the surface? Do you know what the defense attorney's job is? Do you know what the clerk of court's job is? Do you understand the whole situation as it relates to you as a defense party, if you will, or defendant when you go to court, or even the person who is actually the accused? Do you understand how a court is supposed to actually operate? A court of law, a court of justice, as it were. Do you really understand? I believe, in most instances, most of us don't actually know how a court is supposed to operate, and what the present situation is with the courts that we think are actually courts of law. Did you not know that the judge in a criminal case, along with the prosecutor, they receive a monetary benefit from prosecuting the defendant? Did you know that? The judge receives money, so does the prosecutor, for not defending but prosecuting you if you are the defendant. They want you to be guilty. Did you not know that? It's all based, ladies and gentlemen, on money. They're prosecuting you for the state, so that the state can receive some monetary benefit from you. Now, I know they can't make a lot of money necessarily off of one person. So it's a volume of people. All of those people who are unaware, all of those people who are ignorant to the law and how it actually is supposed to operate, those are the ones that are the guinea pigs. Those are the ones that are the paupers or the peons. Those are the ones that are the, how should I say, for lack of a better expression or word, they're expendable. Most of us are expendable. The judge and the prosecutor doesn't care about you or I. Never have, never will. They care about the agenda that they have, and that is to make money for the system. I'll give you a moment to think about that, to let that sort of marinate in your mind. It's true. However hard it is for you to accept what I'm saying to you, it is true just the same. Now someone might say, brother teacher, you're just talking. No, all of this stuff is public knowledge. All you have to do is open a few pages, do a little research and due diligence on your own, and you'll find that every single thing that I'm telling you is the truth. I wouldn't lie to you. I'm not going to tell you anything and to sit up here and waste my time and tell you anything about a subject, especially law, as it relates to the people. The people. Footnote there. I'm not going to tell you a lie. Most of us have grown up with the understanding that the United States Constitution is the groundwork for all of our freedoms and rights on this continent. In other words, it's the law of the land. Then why is it that when you go to a courtroom and you are the defendant and you bring it up, some judges may say, I'll hold you in contempt of court if you mention that again? Is this really and truly a court of justice? When a official, when a servant of the people supposedly denies you the opportunity to exercise your constitutional rights, supposedly. Makes you wonder, right? It has happened, ladies and gentlemen, and it does happen. And it happens probably more than you can even realize. Okay? I have seen myself in some courts, actual courts, not television courts, where there are individuals who have actually said that I would like to exercise my constitutional rights. And the judge said, don't say that again. If you say it again, I'm going to hold you in contempt of court. What kind of court is that does this? I've also seen judges and witnessed judges deny and or turn down evidence from the defense's standpoint of side. Why? The judge wants a conviction, so does the prosecution, and they both actually work together. Did you not know that the court system, the courtroom, they use codes between the judge and the prosecutor? Did you not know that? They use eye contact, certain codes they use with their facial expressions, with their hand gestures, certain movements that they make. They use certain verbiage, certain legalese. Legalese means legal terminology, if you will. Only the language in the court that they understand. Did you know this? Why do they have to be so secretive when you walk into the courtroom? Are they hiding something? Did you ever notice also that every time you try to ask a question to the judge, something that could possibly be in your defense, that the judge asks a question back as opposed to answering you, showing no transparency whatsoever? They will never be clear with you. They will never give you a clear and straightforward answer. There's never any transparency because it's not set up for that way. And the reason there's no transparency is because they are acting in dishonor in the first place. They're not actual courts, ladies and gentlemen, is what I'm telling you. So, brother teacher, what are they if they're not an actual court? They are a tribunal. They are a foreign entity that sits on American soil. I'll let you think about that for a moment. Things are not always what they appear to be. Now, I've said this in a video prior to this, maybe a month or so ago, about the language of lawyers and about the Bar Association. Now, we all know that judges are lawyers, not to mention the defense attorneys and the prosecutors. They're all lawyers. They all go to the same school. Many of them golf together. They eat lunch and dinner together. They go out to special events with one another. They're friends. Did you not know that? Because it's a brotherhood, the bar or the Bar Association. Do you not know what the word bar stands for? B-A-R. They do. British Accredited Registry. Now, let that sink in for a moment. British Accredited Registry. Now, how can anything that represents America have that definition? As an American representative, you wouldn't have anything that states that you are representing Great Britain. So it goes deeper in the rabbit hole. I had to pause for a second. I thought I heard something off to the side. But anyway, if you represent America and the American people, and your organization states that you are part of a British accredited registry, you're registered with this British organization, does that mean that you're now American? Not at all. It means that there's something shady that is going on. Ladies and gentlemen, the United States is not free. The United States is actually owned by bankers in Europe. Did you not know that? The United States is actually a foreign entity on American soil. The United States is actually a corporation for money. The country that we're in physically, geographically, is called America. It is not the United States or the United States of America. It is America. That's the country that we're in. That's the country, or this is the country that our soldiers, our dear soldiers, male and females, have died to try and defend. So we thought, or so we think. But who is the United States? It is a for-profit corporation, just like Walmart, just like McDonald's, just like Best Buy. It's a company, and the president of the United States is the president of the company. His job or her job is to bring revenue into the company, and they take it off the backs of the people in the form of taxation, something else that is unlawful. Did you not know that the headquarters of the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service, is in Puerto Rico? That's where it had its beginning. Now, how in the world does Puerto Rico have anything to do with America? Hello? I'll let that sort of sink in as well. In 1913, the Federal Reserve came into existence. The Federal Reserve Act. In 1913, the IRS also came into existence. What a coincidence. Do they have anything to do with one or another? Do you not know who else came into existence in 1913? The FBI. Go think on this for a moment. So, the next time you experience a judge telling you that you're being held in contempt of court, or someone else is being held in contempt of court, take a step back and really, really listen and pay attention to why they're saying that. If you really are being disobedient, if you are really not following the rules in the court, if you're being outlandish, if you're being belligerent, if you're being filthy mouthed, so to speak, maybe it's understood. But if you're trying to defend yourself with the very fabric of the Constitution that's supposed to support us all, then we need to question the judge. Excuse me, sir, would you establish jurisdiction? What jurisdiction are we in? Is this a common law court, or is this something else? Think on these things, and I'll get with you in the next video. So long.